I'm back. Running my mouth. I forgot to add one very, very important key verse to the last video. Well, it's not one verse. It's like 2 or 3 verses. And I'm going to read it from both the Apocrypha and I'm going to read it from the Good News Translation. They go along with the last thing that we were just talking about. This is Sirach Ecclesiasticus chapter 21, start at verse 18. It says, as a house that is destroyed, so is wisdom to a fool, and the knowledge of the unwise is as talk without sense. Doctrine unto fools is as fetters on the feet, and like manacles on the right hand. A fool lifteth up his voice with laughter, but a wise man does scarce smile a little. Learning is unto a wise man as an ornament of gold, and like a bracelet upon his arm, upon his right arm. And we're going to stop right there, and then we're going to get it out of the good news, and then I'm going to be out of y'all way. Y'all can continue on about y'all day, but I just ain't want to leave this one out because it definitely goes in with what we were reading. And it's some of my favorite verses in the whole book. It's so plain and vivid to picture, for real. We're going to start at number 15 in here. This is chapter 21 of Sirach in the Good News Translation. We're going to start at verse 15 and we're going to go down as far as we went last time. This says, when an educated person hears something that shows insight, it stimulates his mind and leads him on to other ideas. But when someone who is satisfied with ignorance hears it, he won't like it and will soon forget it as soon as he can. Listening to a foolish person talk is like traveling with a heavy load on your back. I know a lot of y'all can relate to that. Like, man, you just like, shut up. And you just get irritated. And sometimes you can't hide it. Like, sometimes your face look ugly, just like how my face just look. And sometimes you make even worse faces than that. And then sometimes, well, worse faces. Sorry, mommy. And then sometimes you won't even be able to hide it. And with the mask, it make it a little easier because you can't see this part of our face. But it's still, sometimes it shows in the eyes as well. So let's go back to the beginning of that verse again. This is verse 16 in chapter 21. Listening to a foolish person talk is like traveling with a heavy load on your back. But it is a pleasure to hear what intelligent people have to say. And that is so true. Like, I be worn down from the foolishness and people, have you seen this show on TV? Have you watched this when the girl poured a drink in the guy's face and the girl threw the apple at the guy's head and the guy jumped up and charged at her, whatever. It's like you just so much of that just get, like, it's just thrown at you from all angles all day long. But it says, once again, listening to a foolish person talk is like traveling with a heavy load on your back. But it is a pleasure to hear what intelligent people have to say. Like, when I get the opportunity to get on YouTube and I get to hear people like my brother New Breed, to hear my brother, I think his name is brother Yoshiyahu, that I love to listen to. Just found out through my brother Malak Yosef. He put me on with a brother named Brother L that be dropping stuff like, man, shoot, my 12 Nations, my brother at the 12 Nations, dropping knowledge. My brother Kazak Yah, that I've been down with since almost when I came into the truth. He been hitting always with good stuff, good words, and so many brothers, so many people on, and even some sisters for real on Instagram that be putting up, posting just knowledge and putting up stuff and that findings and stuff like that. That just soothes your soul. It feels good to you when you just surrounded by so much foolishness all the time. You read that verse one more time. Listening to a foolish person talk is like traveling with a heavy load on your back, but it is a pleasure to hear what intelligent people had to say. Next verse says, the assembly will be eager to hear from an intelligent person and will take his opinion seriously. There's some of us out here that definitely the assembly, the people that's trying to walk in the right way of the Most High Yah, definitely want to hear what an intelligent person had to say, and we will definitely take y'all opinion seriously. So please keep hitting us with this truth. Please keep on doing it. We appreciate y'all. Definitely. I try to support when I can. You know, sometimes if it ain't nothing but hitting a thumbs up or a like or leaving an encouraging comment to let you know that I see you and let you know that I appreciate you for real. Try to do that as much as possible. It's so important. You never know what little thing can make somebody's day. And you got some folks to be hitting folks with the super chats and stuff like that, you know. Subscribing to them on their Patreon and stuff like that. Like, let's just support our brothers and the people that's just like going out their way to hit us with this truth and to keep us equipped and laced with the things we need in these times that we in. Next verse 18 says, to an ignorant person, wisdom is as useless as a house gone to ruin. He has never even thought about the things he is so sure of. And that's basically what I was saying before. That's why this verse was so important to come back and add. Because that's exactly what we were saying. Like, people don't even consider the wisdom. Like what it say in I think it's in Isaiah. I put it in the notes. It said, Israel does not know. My people do not even consider. Like, people don't even think about it. Like Chris Rock said one time, black people, our people, is the only people that's proud to not know something. Like, you ask him, he said, what's the capital of some state? He said, nigga, I don't know that. You know what? And just said this proudly, like, shame on you for even asking. Like, I don't know and I don't care to know. Like, go ahead. That's how a lot of our people are. Like, let's not be like that no more, y'all. For real, for real. Especially if it's something that can help us, something that can move us along. We know, like what our parents used to say when we was kids, I bet you know all the words to all them rap songs that's on the radio. You better know them times tables and stuff, like how you know that stuff. We need to know this. It's in these books. Like, we know that stuff that's on the radio. Like, we know them housewives and marriage camp and all that old crap. Because that's what's really important. Like I said, balance. I'm all for balance. But okay, balance don't mean all of this and none of this. We got that. They need to be, the scales going to be tipped. They need to be tipped more, that we know more than knowledge of the Most High, than we know this stuff of the world, instead of the opposite way around. All right, verse 19. To a person without any sense, an education is like handcuffs. But to a sensible person, it is like gold bracelets. An intelligent person will smile quietly, while a fool roars with laughter. That's something I had to work on. Shout out to my brother, Johanna82, because I used to be that fool that was wrong with laughter. And that brother used to pull me to the side like, bro, can you tell me why that's so funny? And sometimes it really would be that funny. And I would be able to convince him. I might get that slight smile out of him. But then other times, I sit there and be like, yo, that really wasn't all that funny for me to do what I was doing. I was wilding a little bit. But that's that iron sharpening iron, and a brother sharpening another brother. And I'm grateful to the Most High for him and for brothers like him, that we help keep each other on that straight and narrow path for real, because that's why you really show love for real. See your brother out of order, you just let him keep going, or you laugh at him and then talk about him when you get away from him. Or you could be that brother that pull your brother out, and y'all sit there and like the Most High said he want to do with us, let's reason together. Reason and get some understanding out of it. That's the best way to go. But with that being said, hope y'all got some understanding and edification from that, because I know I did. I love them verses. They do something for me every time I come across them. Much love to y'all. Shalom. Prayerfully see y'all again real soon.